Hello students, today we are going to study about the next part of guidance counseling or the last topics in guidance and counseling, which is consist issues of counseling, managing disciplinary problem, strategies of disciplinary problem and management of crisis and referral. So this is the last part or remaining part of the guidance counseling. So first one is issues of counseling in nursing. So now we have learned everything about the counseling, its introduction, definition, types, principle, purposes and rules, qualities, characteristics, process. But some issues will be arise when you are going for a counseling session or when you are going to give a counseling session, like scarcity of qualified and component counselor. So it is not possible that every time we will have a qualified person to give a counselor. There is a like deficiency in that. Next is lack of awareness about the need and resources of counseling. See, in the first itself we have studied that every university and that uh, college they should have their counseling session or counseling committee in this like their colleges, but it is not available. So that's why lack of awareness that it is needed. Next is minimal like pro counseling environment. So the counseling environment is not there. Next one is lack of counseling training for nurse and nursing faculty. So there is a like deficiency in the counseling training for the nurses and nurses faculty. Poor organizational setup for counseling service, lack of interest and initiative for the counseling service, poor counseling or counseling ratio, lack of fund for counseling services, non-compliance with counseling intervention and ethical and moral issues. So this is the point, like when you are going for the counseling center or when you have to organize a counseling process, you will face. Next we have managing disciplinary problems. So discipline is very important things in everyone's life, but not following the discipline or not maintaining the discipline also one is the biggest problem in everyone. So like first one is what are the problem you can see, the form like common disciplinary problem that you can see in like Indian students are absenteeism. So like they don't want to attend the college or they don't want to come to the college. Next one is non submission or late submission of assignment. Whenever you are giving, like mainly for you people, whenever you are giving any assignment you will say you don't have paper, you don't have time, light was not there, electricity was not there, you want to submit 2 days later, you didn't brought today copy, some like excuse you people will give. Next, disturbing classroom atmosphere. Wherever teachers they are taking class, you will be doing something extraordinary, so it will distract everyone, even the teacher mind. Threatening strike, like you will say if you don't do this, there is a you are giving threat. Next one is damaging or spoiling the like institutional property. This is also one like disciplinary problem you can see among so many students. Next is picking quarrel over small matters, like for small reason they will make a big issues. Next is using mobile phone in the classroom and so on. There are so many disciplinary problems, and mainly in the students, as you have more experience than teachers, you know what are the things you are doing that is not coming actually, that you should not do in the college, but you people are doing. Some we can find out, some even we can't see, and like if you are seeing also we are ignoring, and sometimes what happen it is not like we can't catch it. So there are so many disciplinary problems that you people are doing. So that's I have given some example here, like some strategy for management of disciplinary problems. I have told you some disciplinary problem that is more common in the student. So for that management, some strategy we can follow, like appropriate training of faculty and teachers, educate practice of co-curricular and extracurricular activities, appropriate selection and use of disciplinary standard, use rewards and punishment, promoting better teacher student relationship, cultivation of ethical, moral and spiritual values, a close teacher parent student contact, and effective use of guidance and counseling program. This is of effective use of guidance and counseling program. So it means like to do the management for those disciplinary problems, what we can do, we can make a good teacher student relationship, we can have a contact with the teacher student and parents, we can conduct like some extracurricular like some play, some games, and we can use some rewards and punishment as well. Like if you are be a good, you will be like some get some prize, some certificate, and if you do any wrong things, you will get some punishment. Okay, like this some strategies we should plan for it. Next we have management of crisis and referral. A sudden, generally unanticipated events can profoundly negatively affect a significant segment of the institution population and often involve serious injury or death. Crisis means like it is not unwanted events occur. When there is some unwanted event occurs, that is called crisis. So crisis events like an incident of suicide, school bus crashes, natural disaster, or multiple injuries, and that like quickly escalate all over the educational institution. If anything happens to any college or any institution, obviously it is going to affect the institution. So crisis must be managed promptly and skillfully to minimize the chaos, rumors, and impact of the crisis on the victim and other students. So if anything happened, like any suicide happened in the college, so obviously it is going to affect everyone's mind. So that should be taken care of like properly. Next is strategies of effective crisis management. First one is policy and leadership. There should be some policy regarding the crisis management, crisis response team, institution crisis management plan, communication and training and maintenance. So there are some strategies that should be, if you are following these strategies, the crisis management will be effective. So with this we have completed your CET Unit 4 Guidance and Counseling. So if you have any doubt, you can ask regarding this unit, and thank you everyone.